Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be bringing back my friend Jennifer Runyon, who I interviewed a while back, and we will be talking about a lot of her other roles. You may remember her, she was in Ghostbusters and 18 Again and Up the Creek and so forth. But we'll be talking about some other roles that she did, like The In Crowd, A Man Called Sarge, and several others. And yeah, that's what we'll be talking about today on Splat from the Past. And I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't talked to Jennifer since then. It's been a while. And I'm waiting for her to call me. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield right now, just fixing my collar. Oh, I don't get no respect, I tell you. I don't get no respect. So yeah, I am going to wait for Jennifer to call me. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Tommy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh, that is great. That is great.
Well, thank you for asking me to come on your show again. This is very nice.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't let it go without talking about certain movies and stuff.
Okay, you got it.
So I was looking at your IMDb, and I didn't know you did a pilot version of the Kenny Rogers movie Six Pack.
I did. I was in Six Pack with Don Johnson and Lee Phoenix, who everyone knows now is Joaquin. But when he was a little boy, his name was Leaf.
Yeah.
I know. Their family was pretty funny.
Yeah, did he still have long hair back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he always looked like a little girl to me.
Did he, Joaquin?
Yeah, like with that long hair.
Cute. Such a cutie.
Mm-hmm. And also, Marky Post was in it.
Yes, she was. I loved her. She was amazing.
Yep, she's from my part of the Bay Area, the peninsula.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. What was that experience like?
With Six Pack?
Yeah.
You know what? That was fun. I had a really good time on that, but I ended up in the hospital.
Oh.
I know, it's crazy. I'd had my wisdom teeth pulled. It's the dumbest reason. And I remember when we flew to Georgia to do it, and all of a sudden, I heard this, pop in my mouth. And I had an infection, I guess, and it was an abscess, and I ended up having surgery because I had an abscess in it's terrible, where my tooth was pulled. It was just awful.
Wow.
I know. But the experience itself was great. I was, at the time, I would babysit Don Johnson's little boy, Jesse, and he was with Patty Darvinville at the time, and so that was always fun. It was great. I loved the Phoenixes. I thought they were amazing. I just adored them. It was a great time. It was fun.
And you had the legendary Rod Amachu direct it?
Yes.
What was he like?
He was kind of... Are we on air? Are we doing this right now?
Oh, yeah, we're on there.
Oh, my goodness. I had no idea.
Sorry about that.
Pretty funny. Hi, everybody. Rod was... he was tough, but he was really good at what he did. Really good.
Yeah, he was a legend, that guy.
Yeah, for sure. But I think the funnest... One of the fun things about this was, I grew up watching Don Johnson, so here I'm playing, his, it was just great. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
That's good. Yeah. And then you did the Falcon and the Snowman.
I did. That with Sean Penn and Timothy Hutton and Laurie Singer. And I was there. I was in Mexico, I think, for about maybe a week or two, and it was a very interesting experience. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, John Schlesinger, who directed Midnight Cowboy, directed it.
Amazing. I loved him.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, he
was great.
He had like a very theatrical direction, from what I heard.
Yes, and he just knew what he was doing, and just very kind person. I really adored him a lot. I really liked him.
Was Sean Penn doing his usual method acting?
Oh, he was really into this character. I mean, he had the teeth going. He had a thing on his nose, a prosthetic on his nose to look more like the character, the actual person, and he was quite interesting. I must say that. I really liked Sean quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw him.
And his brother was on the set a couple of times, Chris, and he was really a nice guy.
Chris, yeah, he was a good actor. It's sad that he's gone.
Sure.
And Timothy Hutton, he was just coming off of Ordinary People.
Yeah, my favorite movie, by the way.
Really?
Oh my gosh, I grew up, when I went to go see that movie was like, oh my God.
I like it, but it's very depressing.
Oh, it's very depressing, but, I thought it gave hope, for a young person to go see this movie, and you realize people, it's okay to get help. It's okay to go and talk to somebody and figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at it that way.
That's a very good way to look at that, Jennifer.
Yeah. We try to make lemonade whenever I can.
Yep, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade.
That's right. And make a good batch.
Yeah, this movie was based on a true story. Yes.
Yes, it's based on these two boys from Palos Verdes, California here, who one of them was working for, I can't remember the name of the company now. Oh, it was a company that, if you say it, it's on the tip of my tongue, but it was a company that dealt with top secret things, and they decided that they were going to spy, and it's an incredible story.
It is very incredible.
Really an incredible story.
I remember HBO used to play the movie a lot back in the day, and now it's like a lot of people don't even remember it anymore. And it's
yeah, it's crazy.
It should be like one of those like top Netflix movies or something.
Right.
And I was looking. You did a movie I'd never seen before, but it intrigued me, especially by the cast. It was called The Flight of the Spruce Goose.
Oh yeah. Did you see it?
No, I'd never seen it.
Oh gosh. Okay. Flight of the Spruce Goose. That's probably one of my favorite movies I've ever done. It just had, it was just a sweet story, and my co-stars were amazing. I mean, Karen Black played my mother, and Dennis Christopher was in it. I mean, just a really lovely cast. Jack Kehoe. It was just so much fun, and it was hard. It wasn't easy because it was a low-budget, movie that we were shooting a lot of nights, but it was just such a great experience. And we actually shot on the Queen Mary, which was just so cool, and stayed on the ship actually while we filmed, which was fun.
Nice. Yeah, what intrigued me the most is that my hero George Romero was in it.
Oh, he was. Yes, he was great. I in the movie I play an actress who. She wants to be an actress. She's not, but she says she's an actress. And the boy in the movie, my co-star, he takes me to meet him because, of course, I think I'm this actress, but I'm actually, very insecure, and So it was just really cool. We went to his actual home, and we filmed at his house. It was great. He was really cool.
Yeah, passed before I could meet him, and I'm still devastated about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Was he a friend of the directors? That's how he got in it?
I think because, I don't know. Actually, that's a really good question. Michael Hausman was the producer on that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to think that they knew each other, for him to do it. He played himself, but I think the name is different, but he really did play himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would like that movie. It's actually different. That's what I loved about it. It's just a really unique story by this director Lech Majewski from Poland, and it was just so much fun. He was difficult. He was probably the hardest director I've ever worked with in my life. Very, very temperamental. He was a yeller, and you figure it out, and you listen, and you take what you can do, and you make the best of it. And he pushed us hard, and it was great.
He was like the Klaus Kinski of directors.
Oh, he was great. And I think he is still making movies, but he's back in Poland now.
Oh, the director?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is.
Wow. Yeah, those foreign directors, they are something. I'll say.
Well, actually, I think it's really a good experience to, obviously have all these different, people come in your life and direct you, and it's a definite learning experience for sure.
There was a Greek director from that time named Nico Masterakis, and from what I heard, that guy was a real dick.
Oh no!
Yeah, you've heard of him?
No, I haven't actually, but yeah, we've all had our share, I'm sure. You just have to learn how to work with them.
Oh yeah, I mean, like he was misogynistic, and he never paid like he was supposed to.
Oh well, that's not cool.
Yeah,
that's bad.
He was pretty bad. His claim to fame though was that he got to take a picture of Jackie Onassis when she married Aristotle, and he went to jail for it for a short time.
And that's his claim to fame?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I'm so not impressed.
I know, but
Oh Lord.
It was back in those days,
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, to get a picture of Jackie O, I mean, come on, that is pretty cool. Like, let's give him that.
Yeah. That's about the only cool thing you can say about him.
Okay. I don't know him personally, so I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah. Here's a movie I have seen, and I actually watched it the other night. Mm-hmm. Blue DeVille.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, what'd you think? Be kind.
You play a very unique character. She's very free-spirited and shy at the same time.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of course. It's a very silly movie, I thought.
Yes, very much so.
It does have kind of a very poignant message to it, I think.
Yeah, it did, right?
Yeah.
Trust yourself, believe in yourself. You could be anything you want to be, right?
Mm-hmm. And something too, I realized too. It was a TV movie of the week for NBC.
Yes.
And it's made back in the days when you can get away with making a really, really slow moving movie,
Yes.
And I thought to myself, wow, those were the days, because you don't see that much anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know what I find today, that I find it just becomes, everything to me is monotonous. I mean, I see so many good people out there working, but especially television. But some of the shows, it's just repeat of other things. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like This Is Us, which I think is very well done, and the acting's amazing. But it reminds me of Parenthood.
Yeah.
So they stick to like a formula that works. It seems. I just wish we would get more creative, and there's writers out there that are talented that. They could be opening a door for them and letting them, giving them an opportunity, but they stick to the same people and it becomes the same. That's my feeling anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe others disagree, but I don't really find much to watch anymore on television because of the fact I think it's all the same, personally.
Yeah, I agree with you. Every once in a while, you'll find a little gem that, that's very original and fresh, but
Yes.
it's not often
And
anymore.
HBO. Or Netflix.
Or Showtime.
Yes, exactly.
I personally think Showtime's been making better series lately than HBO.
Yeah, there's just, oh God, some of their shows. Wow, definitely.
And then they're canceling great shows like Andrew Dice Clay's sitcom, which I thought was really funny.
Okay, I don't even know this. What is this? There was a sitcom with him?
Yeah, it was on Showtime. It was called Dice. It just got canceled after 2 seasons.
Oh my God, isn't that terrible? I didn't even know that this existed.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. It was like an exaggerated day in the life of him, and like all these people that he hasn't seen in like 20, 30 years are like coming into his life and taking advantage of him, and he's making the situation much worse than it is. It's really funny.
Oh my God. I gotta check it out. Well, I'm sure I can find it.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm hoping they'll release the 2 seasons on DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah. I bet they will.
Yeah, it's really funny though.
That's so fun.
But
it's fun when you find a show, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like Stranger Things. I mean, the first. How many seasons now? 2, right? We're gonna go on the 3rd, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Netflix because I can sit here and binge watch all day. I'm a little spoiled now by that Netflix that I don't have to wait for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking this.
Yeah, I love that. Even David Letterman has a new talk show on there.
Oh, does he really? Okay, see, I gotta investigate more and see what's out there. I haven't been paying too much attention lately.
That happens though.
Yes.
But what was making Blue DeVille like for you?
Blue DeVille. I loved my co-star Kimberly Pistone, who was in it with me. She's still my friend to this day. Just nice. What a great girl. We just had a ball. We filmed all over, Southern California. We went to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and got to stay there and film there, which was just so beautiful. I'd never been before. It was a good time. The script was fun, and we just got to be, free-spirited girls for a while there, and it was just great. I loved the experience. I've had so many good experiences that when there is the occasional bad one, you're like, wow, I'm so grateful that doesn't happen too often.
Mm-hmm. What does Kimberly do today? Because I've seen her in a couple of things, but then she disappeared.
Yeah, Kim is living in New York. She's married, and I know she and her husband, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's a photographer, and they work together doing their photography. I think it's food art, believe it or not, for magazines, pictures for, Food Network magazine. He photographs the food.
Mm-hmm.
Food stylist, I guess what you would call him. So they do very well, and she's great to kids, and I wish she had not stopped, because Kimberly, I think, is one of those gems, undiscovered gems that just could have moved on further, but she's happy. She got married, and she's nice. Living her life.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's really good in it, and I like the first couple of minutes when you two are sneaking backstage at that concert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was filmed at a treatment plant in California, where they recycle and treat the waste in our. Oh my God! I've never in my life, when I found out where we were, I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Okay, and we're going to be wandering around, in these, as you know, in the beginning of the movie, it's like these hallways with these tubes, and I mean, it's just the creepiest place.
Yeah.
And it wasn't pleasant down there, I must say.
Wow.
Sure looked good on camera.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like one of those. And Yeah, it's a good example of how cheap locations can be when you're filming television.
Yes, yes.
And,
For sure.
and Alan Autry is in it. I like him.
Yes.
He's a very good actor.
Yes.
I don't necessarily like his politics, but I like him as an actor.
And who? I'm sorry?
Alan Autry.
Oh, okay. Right. Right. He's such a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. And then you did The In Crowd, a very underrated classic.
Yeah, that was. I had to dance in that movie and learn how to dance and dance with actual dancers. So I was under a lot of stress in that movie to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
That crowd. I loved them all. They were great. But can you imagine? You've never done anything quite like that. And here I took tap when I was a little kid in ballet, but
Mm-hmm.
these are Broadway dancers that were in the show. And I'm like, oh my God. But they kept it where I looked okay. They didn't give me anything too drastic to do.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I found out it actually came out the same day as John Waters' Hairspray.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, another show about a high school outcast, being on a dance show.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, it's a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
Donovan Leitch is in it.
Mm-hmm. I thought Jonathan did very well in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was his first movie. I'm not sure how much he's done since, but I thought Jonathan did a really good job.
Mm-hmm. And Joe Pantoliano.
Mm-hmm. Joey Pants.
Yeah.
Probably the nicest guy in Hollywood.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, he always plays these bad guys.
Oh, he's the best. He's just the best. He's fun. He's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing. If you get to work with Joey Pants, you're pretty lucky.
Yeah. Bruce Kirby.
Mm-hmm. Who and his son.
Bruno Kirby.
They were. I loved them. Great guys. Great.
He visited the set.
Yeah. He'd come to visit.
Nice. Sean Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I interviewed his wife, Lynn Griffin. I'm trying to get an interview with him next.
Oh my gosh! If you do, you've got to tell him I said hello.
I sure
I
will.
haven't spoken to Sean in forever. Now, what does his wife do? I did not know. What is his wife? Is she a dancer? Is she an actress?
She's a Canadian actress. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, they've been together for a long time. She's very, very nice.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy. He was a very nice guy. I liked him quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Everything you see him in, he looks different. He's like one of those chameleon actors.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And Daryl Hannah's sister, Paige.
Yes.
What was she like?
Oh, she's so sweet. She's really nice. She's a great girl. She and Wendy and I got, we were the three girls in the show, so we spend a lot of time together. I like them a lot. Very, very nice. Very good people to co-star with. They were, fun. Good when you have a fun one.
Yeah, I remember when she was in Creepshow 2. She's the first victim to die in the raft segment. They're on this.
No.
Yeah, they're on this raft, and like this oil slick keeps coming up and eating these teenagers, and she's the first one. And oh my God, it's so devastating how it happens to her.
Oh no! Oh God, I've never seen it, so I need to. I'm terrible about movies and things like this. Like, most of them I've not seen. I'm going to tell you now, most of the horror movies.
Yeah, it happens right after she's been smoking a joint.
Oh no! Oh, God. Well, at least she was a little mellow.
just a tad.
Oh Lord! Wow.
Yeah, and then you did A Man Called Sarge.
Yeah. Yes, one of my personal favorites.
Mm-hmm. Why is it your favorite?
It's the best. Just the best cast. so much fun. We're in Israel. I love Israel more than I could. I've done 2 movies there. I could live there. I love it so much. And it just was fun. We filming out in the desert and just being crazy, and it was the best experience. It really was great.
Yeah, Gary Kroeger, he was on Saturday Night Live in the early 80s.
Gosh, he's so funny.
Yeah.
He's so funny. He is so talented. And he's in politics now. I think he's living in Oklahoma or Iowa or something.
Yeah.
He's a great person. I like him quite a bit.
Yeah, I remember one time on Saturday Night Live, he was doing these magic tricks to fill time between sketches, and he's going out into the crowd, and he's going up to this girl and doing something with her breast or something.
Oh, no.
Some magic trick or something. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I think he was doing it for shock value or something.
Oh my God.
It ended up being nothing.
Yeah.
Mark Singer was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Beastmaster.
Oh, yes.
And that's also Laurie Singer's brother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And he and his wife, Haunani, and I decided that we were going to go to Nazareth and Bethlehem. We wanted to go, we wanted to see the sights. So he rented a car, and we get in the car, and literally you get to a certain point that you kind of go, maybe it's not a good idea we're here. And we're not welcome in these little places at all. So we hightailed it out of there. We learned our lesson. It was not comfortable, but we had such a great time shooting that. Anytime you I like period pieces. I like really broad comedy. So I love it when I get parts like that, because I just think that to me is the most fun, and I think it's hard. It's really hard. It's harder to me than drama, because finding little things you can bring to it. It's just my jam. I love it.
Yeah. I also had a cameo by who is now Caitlyn Jenner, but he was Bruce back then.
Oh, yes. He was so much nicer when he was Bruce.
Really?
He's not very nice right now.
Yeah. It's so weird.
I know. And I loved him. I'm like, just be nice to your family. Stop. This is silly.
Yeah. And also Bobby DeCicco was in it.
Yes, Bobby DeCicco. He was great in it. He was in 1941.
1941. Yeah, he's the amateur dancer.
Yeah.
He was great in that.
Very much so. Yes.
Yeah, you'll see much of him anymore.
No, you don't. I saw he posted something on Facebook. I think it was to Gary's thing, and I'm like, oh my God, Bobby. I hadn't heard or seen anything about him in quite a while. That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Then you did Killing Streets.
I did. I did that in Israel. My second time there, and great experience. I loved working with Michael Pare.
Yeah, he's a hero of mine.
He was great.
Yeah, he's going to be at Monsterpalooza in a couple of weeks. He's doing a Q&A panel on a Sunday, and Sunday.
Eddie and the Cruisers?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, not Eddie and the Cruisers. This new reboot of the Puppet Master he did with Barbara Crampton.
Right. Okay. I saw that he and Barbara did that. That's right. Oh my gosh, how cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how cool. I'm glad. I love Barbara. She's great. She's a really nice person. I'm sure you've met her.
Oh yes,
I've interviewed her. She's really great.
I've also hung out with her. She's a lot of fun.
Yeah, isn't she fun? I did too. I got to do that with her too, and she's just fun to be around. Really neat lady.
Yeah, when I was still living in the Bay Area, she lives over there.
Yes.
And I went to a premiere for a movie she did, and we got to hang out at the bar for 45 minutes, just talking.
Aww.
And stuff. And oh my God, she got a little buzzed on whatever she was drinking. She said some funny stuff.
Oh, that's so funny.
we were talking about how, back in the 80s, she was naked in every movie, and she's like, I'm proud of the fact that I was naked in every movie. My kids say that their mother was a pioneer. I think more men should be naked in movies. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm having this conversation with Barbara Crampton. It's so awesome. I've asked her to be on the show, but she prefers to do interviews that are like, have like a huge range of media outlet or whatever.
Oh, right.
And stuff. But she does support what I do.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
I love Barbara.
Yeah, she's great.
But yeah, Michael Pare, he was a hero of mine growing up, and yeah, he was good to work with.
Oh yeah, he was wonderful. He was really great, and Lorenzo Lamas was in that too. That was so I always see that movie, and I'm like, wow, I've worked with some of the biggest heartthrobs.
Yeah.
How lucky was I? Very lucky.
That was at the time when Lorenzo was married to Kathleen Kinmont.
Yeah, Lorenzo, yes.
Yeah, I've had her on the show twice. Oh, and I've met her twice in person. Oh God, she's a character. I love her.
Is she fun? She never was on the set, so I never got to meet her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's a very funny, very dirty girl, very honest. And I just love talking to her. She's like one of my favorite guests.
Oh, that's great. Good.
But Killing Streets was a little movie. You had fun making that?
I did. I had a lot of fun. I think that one was a little harder on me because I wasn't in a lot. I mean, I have a good part in it, but it's hard sometimes to be on location for a long period of time when you sit around a lot. It's just a little challenging, and so I just went on a lot of exploration and tried to just find cool places in Israel, in Tel Aviv and wherever we were, Jerusalem. So I did a lot of exploring. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. And finally, you did Carnosaur.
I did.
Silly little creature movie with Diane Ladd. What was that like?
Working on that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty interesting. It was a Roger Corman film.
Yep.
And so when you do a Roger Corman film, you just it's bare bones, and you know it, and so you just suck it up and you do it. It's Roger. Just so fun. Just great time. I loved the director. I loved, Diane Ladd was so fun to meet. I didn't work with her personally, but, that's always cool to meet, these legends. Mm-hmm. I love her. I think she's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't she great?
Yeah, I mean, she's Laura Dern's mother.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's 10 years older than Chevy Chase, and she played his mother in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
That's like Sally Field with Tom Hanks. I think she's only like 10 years older than Tom Hanks.
Yeah, she is.
Isn't it? Yeah. Isn't that funny? Well, if you're good, you make people believe anything, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You're good at what you do.
Like with Harrison Ford and Sean Connery and Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, same thing.
So good. Those are movies I miss. I miss those kind of movies.
Yeah. I mean, some of them, are coming back. Some of them are being sequelized or rebooted and stuff. But there's too many reboots in this world.
I think so, too. Yeah. We need to get people to be more creative because it's just getting boring. I get tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over.
Well, I screenwrite, and once I get a break, I'll be. I mean, I already have some stuff written that's pretty good, I have to say.
Yeah.
And I've had people read it and think that it's awesome and all
that's
that.
That's great. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah. But on Carnosaur, is that where you met your husband?
No, I met my husband on a movie I did in the Caribbean. I did a movie called Dreams of Gold with Loretta Swit and Cliff Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a true story about a family called the Fishers.
Yeah.
Mel Fisher and his family. And Mel was bound and determined that he was going to find all the gold from the Spanish galleon ship, the Etocha. And they were from California. They moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Start searching the waters where the claim was the ship sunk. And they found it. And it was the story of all the tragedies that came along with it, and they sued the government because the government claimed it belonged to them, of course. But he won, and so it's just an incredible story, incredible true story. And if you go to Key West, you can go to the Mel Fisher Museum. It's right there on Key West, and you can see the gold, and it's pretty incredible.
Oh, nice. You got to work with Cliff Robertson.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And Loretta is like my other mother to this day. I just adore her.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Laura Swit. She was really good on MASH.
Oh, wasn't she great? Yeah.
Yeah, and she also did the pilot for Cagney and Lacey, but she couldn't get out of MASH to do the series.
Oh, is that so? I never knew that.
Oh yeah, because at that point it looked like MASH was going to be canceled, and so that's why she did the pilot for Cagney and Lacey. But then it went on a couple more years.
Oh, well, that's good and interesting. Wouldn't that have been interesting with Loretta? Wow.
Yeah.
I have to ask her about that. I never knew that.
Well, don't forget to mention my name.
I won't.
So this Sunday is April 1st, and it's a triple holiday. It's Easter, April Fool's Day, and your birthday.
I know. Can you believe that? What's the luck I got from that, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not a birthday girl. Like, I'm not. I get uncomfortable when too much attention, but I got to tell you, I figured Easter's gonna dim the light a little bit for me, so I won't have to. It'll come and go very quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, were you doing anything special?
Well, you know what? We're just gonna go to an Easter brunch, and I'm sure they've done. My husband and kids have done something that's gonna happen. I'm just trying to stay out of it and not ask too many questions.
Yeah, my birthday's June 6th, which is the anniversary of D-Day, and I'm going to be 35. I'm hitting a milestone. And
oh, you're a young'un.
I don't feel like it.
I know, right? Don't you start to, I know. It's little things. The little things that you go, oh my God, when did this start happening?
I feel like I've lived the life of a 135-year-old.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, I survived the car accident a couple of years ago. I don't know if I told you that.
Oh, wait. This was bad.
Yeah.
This was bad. Yes. Can you remind me really quick about what you went through, if you don't mind?
Oh yeah. So yeah, no, me and a guy that I used to be friends with, we were drunk one night, and we were coming back from San Francisco, and I fell asleep in the car. He fell asleep at the wheel. We ended up in the middle of the road. We got out fine, but then a car collided with ours, and then the impact just, knocked us 100 yards into the highway.
Yes, that's right. And what were your injuries again?
Oh, God, I had a heart attack.
Yes, I remember this now. Oh, my God.
Broke my leg in 7 places. Had a couple teeth broken, my hand injured, lots of things.
Oh, honey, oh my God. That's right, it was like a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you came. I remember, oh my goodness, what you've been through.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing to me that I've gotten through it. And, yeah, not a day goes by where I'm not grateful.
Yeah, I bet. I bet every day to you is like, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I am blessed.
I mean, pursuing my dream and just, enjoying life a lot more than I did when I was drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
That's so amazing. Wow.
Yeah. 3 years sober. I can't believe I've done it.
I'm so proud of you. My brother has 3 years, and literally, my brother's a miracle. My brother is a miracle. So, my hat's off to you, my friend, because I know it's hard, and you got it. You got this.
Wow. Yeah. Was he that bad though?
Mhm.
You seem pretty bad.
My brother?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, it was so bad. I mean, it was to the point that we had to do the tough love. I mean, he was stealing from everybody, and we finally had to just say, look, when our mother was very sick, and he was taking advantage, and he wouldn't mind me telling the story. He would tell this himself. And so when my mom did pass, she wasn't well. We didn't know where he was for 2 years, and then we get a phone call. We were waiting for a phone call.
Yeah.
Preparing ourselves. But he called. He'd been in rehab for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was almost 3 years that it was 2 years we hadn't seen him. We didn't know where he was. And then we found out he'd been in rehab for 9 months, and now it's up to 3 years now. And, I believe in miracles after this. I completely believe in miracles.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I never stole or anything like that, but I did hurt people unintentionally that I feel really badly about. That I don't even remember a lot of it.
Of course, right? And my brother didn't either. And so when my brother, came forward and he's like, I do need to talk to you all personally, alone. And it was just really beautiful because he said, look, I don't even know if you could ever forgive me. And of course we forgive him, all we wanted was this.
Right.
To see him again, to have him back. So, it's amazing. Good for you, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my brother is just starting to get wise and sober up himself. He got pretty bad after my accident.
Did he?
Yeah, and he's taking it day by day and all
well,
that.
And you know what? That's good because he's on that path. It's in his brain. That I think I need to make a change. I always say when there's a little spark. I worked with I had to take a year off because I was in a lot of pain from an injury I have. But I work with at-risk teens, and there's nothing better when you see a light bulb go on, and you're like, oh my God, I get it.
Certainly, yeah. Do you have any upcoming conventions or anything?
Well, I'm going to be in Germany actually.
Ooh.
In August. So I'm going to Offenburg, Germany to do a con there, and then I think I'm going to be in the UK in the fall.
Wow.
But that's all I have right now. I try not to do too many of them. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun to meet everybody, but it's hard. It's hard on me. Yeah. I'm exhausted by the time it's over.
Oh yeah,
they like all to space them out a little bit.
Oh yeah, everyone I talk to, they're exhausted by not just one day, but the whole weekend.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and it's an incredible experience because you never really meet people that have seen your work a lot. So in such a huge amount of people coming at you, and it's really so flattering and humbling, and I love the fans that come. I mean, some of the things they bring, you're just like, are you kidding me? Where did you find that? It's just a beautiful experience. It really is. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'll be in Germany and I'll be in the UK, I believe, in the fall.
Yeah, you love going out of the country, don't you?
Well, first of all, I do with trips and stuff. We kind of had we've been doing the whole Europe thing, trying to, get all our bucket lists in, because, at some point it gets too hard to travel when you get older. But the cons, it's so interesting. I was just in Manchester, England in December, and I did a con there, and that was amazing. I did that one with Ernie. And we had so much fun. It was just a great experience.
He's been doing the Days of the Dead tour.
Yeah, he's great. No, that's one fine gentleman, let me tell you.
Yeah. Do you find that most fans that come to you just know you from that one scene in that movie?
A lot, but I have, a lot of people who watched the Brady Bunch and Charles in Charge, and, so I get I think Ghostbusters is probably the biggest draw, but I have a lot of people from watching other things I've done, mostly the series, and my soap I did.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So I have a couple of jokes if you'd like to hear them.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's see what I got here. How do you make an orange laugh?
Okay.
You tickle its navel.
Okay, wait, say it again, because you kind of clicked out there for a second.
Oh, sorry. How do you make an orange laugh?
How?
You tickle its navel.
Okay, that's a good one. All right.
Oh, here's one that makes a lot of women laugh.
Okay.
What happens to your asshole when you have an orgasm?
Oh, jeez.
He's out playing pool with the boys.
Touche.
Oh, this is a good one too. Why do men like to marry virgins?
I don't know why.
Because they can't stand criticism.
Oh, very good.
Thank you. Those jokes, yeah, they go over well in today's Me Too movement.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that really quickly, do you have a Me Too story?
No.
Because I've been having guests come on since October, and I don't even ask, and when I ask about a certain movie, it turns into a Me Too story.
Oh Lord, no. I mean, I don't know. I just never really I've never had an experience. I don't know. It kind of makes me feel weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one. No, I think there's a bunch of us. Yeah, no, I've never been in a situation that, I've had anything to, fear, put it that way.
Yeah, when it first started happening, I was like, oh my God, I'm interviewing some pretty political people because they're just going on these long tirades about it, and I haven't even asked about it. But then after a while, I was like, okay, I'm going to start asking about it just so I can let them know that, I'm in tune about it, and, I think it's a good thing that the Me Too movement's happening.
Uh-huh.
But that's good that you never got to experience that.
No, I've never, and God, I feel so bad that this is even happening. I mean, we all know this happens, and
yeah,
I'm not oblivious to situations that I've heard rumors about,
Yeah.
But I've never been in a situation like that personally.
That is good. I was in one once.
Really? Tell me.
Well, I'll tell you the story. Just before my car accident, I was in a very unfortunate circumstance where me and my mother, we were homeless for a little bit.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. That's hard.
Yeah, and I had to live in this house. It was kind of like a halfway house, and it was me, 4 other people, and 2 attendants. And there was this woman who moved. There was this woman who was an attendant there. She started working there about a month into me living there because I was there for 3 months. And we got off on the wrong foot in the beginning. And she was just very intrusive, and she kind of liked me, and all this weird stuff. And she was a weird Filipino girl. And what I had to do was I had to give her my number because I had to like text her and tell her when I was coming back into the house because it was closed and I was working late from like 4 p.m. to 12 a.m., right?
All right.
And so this one particular night, she texted me, being intrusive and all this blah blah blah, and I said, "Hey, I'm working, and I don't appreciate your questions, blah blah blah, and all this stuff." And then she got very apologetic and all that stuff, and we made up. And then I go home that night, and I wake up early in the morning, and I thought I was dreaming this, but when I woke up, she was making out with me.
Ew.
Yeah, and I just couldn't believe it, and that happened for this was the last week I was there actually too, and so that happened for a couple days. Then I spent the weekend at a friend's, and then I found out I was going to be moving out in the middle of the following week, and so the night before. I wasn't serious about this. I was just trying to like test her to see how far she went. I said to her, I'm moving out tomorrow. I was thinking, you and I could have some fun before I leave, right? And then she texted me back, "No, I don't like you like that, and I want you to delete my number when you move out." So I thought that was really strange. So the next day, I'm moving everything out and stuff, and the guy who ran the house comes to me and he says, I heard you made her uncomfortable or something like that, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute! I wake up to her making out with me, and I'm the creep, you know?
Wow.
And he was like, wait a minute, is that true? Is that true? Is that honest to God true? And I was like, yeah, it is, because she was making out with me, a couple mornings and all that. And he's like, okay. He's like, okay, well, I'm not going to make an issue out of this. And I went on my way, never saw them again. It was a really weird circumstance. Really weird. But yeah, I know what it's like.
I always say that the minute your little red flags or something in your gut is telling you you're not safe, really listen to it. Because, I mean, sometimes things just happen,
Yeah.
But, God, I don't understand people sometimes.
Yeah, I wasn't moving out yet when it first happened. It was a week or so, but it was a good like stroke of luck.
Well, that's great.
It was really really scary, and I'm glad I'm not going through that again. It's creepy.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm glad you were okay, and, I tell you, there's a lot of ugly in this world, and, I really truly believe with my whole heart that there is more good in the world than there is bad. We just seem to human nature likes to look at all the crap. That's always been my philosophy. And it's sad. If we look more at the positives, maybe some of what we're going through wouldn't be so bad. I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway.
Jennifer, you're so smart and so optimistic.
Tommy, thank you.
Of course. I thank you for taking the time this morning to call me again and talk about some of the other movies and stuff.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, and to be continued, right?
Yes, absolutely. And stuff. Maybe after things calm down, we can finally talk about Charles in Charge.
To be continued.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
All right, thank you so much.
You have a great day.
You too.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Jennifer Runyon. Ain't she a sweetheart? Thank you again, Jennifer. Very smart, wise, insightful interview. And happy birthday to you in a few days. If you all like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page, and follow me on Twitter, tweet, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.